Uh, you know what? I quit. No.
What do you mean you quit?
Give me that. No. Okay, shut it. Stick it.
Saturn, you have a job to do. Why?
Oh, what are you gonna do? Huh?
Um,
Oh, you're so tough.
don't talk to the king like that.
You know what? Watch this. Going backwards. What you gonna
That's
do?
not funny.
Nothing. Huh? Because you're stuck.
Stop drinking.
Oh,
Restrict the
you want me to
native.
restrict this guy? How about this?
What are you doing? Please, Saturn, Johnny, what are you gonna? No, please, oh.
Oh, look at that. He's escaped the karmic cycle.
Good Lord, Atlanta.
Suck it, king.
You have Saturn retrograde in your chart. What happens when we have Saturn retrograde? Your natal chart, not the transit, the natal chart. So, to start, if you have a retrograde planet in your horoscope, whenever that planet goes retrograde, it becomes natural for you. So, say if you don't have a retrograde Saturn in your birth chart, Saturn goes retrograde, it's not really going to be that much of a help. But if you're born with a retrograde Saturn, and when Saturn goes retrograde, you're going to feel like, oh, this is normal. Meanwhile, everybody else is going through havoc. That's just how it goes. This is when the original charts were drawn many thousands of years ago. One of the ways that the chart was actually depicted was actually having the sun and all the other planets up until Saturn, and then the rings circling it all. So essentially Saturn was holding everything in like that. The best way to have this in your imagery is imagine the Earth and then Saturn's ring is going right over it. And of course you might be thinking, oh shoot, that's not good. But actually it is, because when you have Saturn's rings over the top of you, if you saw the video that I said about what makes up Saturn's rings, ice, space debris, and all these other things that deflect the sunlight and deflect what's being casted to them, you'll actually see that Saturn actually becomes part of protecting this native that has a retrograde Saturn. So that being said, Saturn actually, in the terms of retrogression, actually helps a native progress in their life, ensure that the native gets whatever he's working towards much simpler than if he was direct. And instead of him becoming that angry old man that restricts you and trolls you, he instead becomes like this.
Come on, Timmy, kick him in the nuts. Come on. Headshot. Oh, come on. Come on, Timmy. Knee him in the... Yeah, there you go. Ooh. Yeah, I tell him that. Yeah, get him in the family jewels. Oh, no. Okay. 4. Oh, shoot. I think I overshot him. Oh, well. He doesn't have restrictions, so it's okay.
He becomes a planet that actually helps motivate you and gives you a nice good love tap on the behind. But now, say if you have Saturn conjunct a planet while retrograde. This is where it gets interesting. Depending on which planet's the highest degree, like say for example, if you have Saturn and then another planet behind him. First off, you have Saturn being like this.
What obstacles? You know what? I'm gonna be like that hoses guy from the Bible. Open the gates. Okay, you brats, go ahead, do whatever you want to do.
If he's holding the lowest degree, pretty much he's removing the obstacles and the oppositions of the grahas behind him to go through and actually become much more apparent and more potent. If you have a graha in front of Saturn behind her, it goes like this.
Come on. Oh, you can do that better. Come on. I'm not gonna stop until you do better, kid. Come on.
What the heck, dude? Why are you being like that? Dude, how come you're being just so weird all of a sudden? Stop love tapping me. Exactly what happens when you have a Saturn retrograde with another planet and Saturn is behind that planet. Having any kind of sense of like, okay, I think that was plenty enough. Nope, Saturn just keeps love tapping them. So things related to that graha, they become like limitless and they have a lot more difficulty stopping themselves. Retrograde's actually a really good thing, but then again, when it comes to actually knowing it for sure, it's very difficult to say because the original text from the Vedic scriptures don't actually really define clearly enough about what it means to have a retrograde planet, if it's good, bad, or dreadful. It's just that we know that it's a lot more potent